Greetings. We continue today the third part of the weeping produced by the word. The word mouth that's used here is linked in all four of these verses. 460 in all Old Testament passages, and it is the seventh of seven here in Psalm 119. It is the regular word for one's mouth to speak or to eat or to breathe, etc. David declares that he had not only opened his mouth, but panted, to inhale eagerly, to hasten, to desire earnestly, or to swallow up. This word is only here in Psalm 119 and 14 total times in the Old Testament. Obviously, other words were used and translated by the word panted. Job 7:2, as a servant earnestly desireth the shadow, or as a hireling looketh for the reward of his work. Psalm 57 verse 3, he shall send from heaven and save me from the reproach of him that would swallow me up. God shall send forth his mercy and truth. Next, we look at the word longed, which means to desire or to long for something. Let's consider three metaphorical possibilities. First, the pursuit of the pursued in a hunt. In the 42nd Psalm, verses 1 through 3, David pictures the breathless deer who, being pursued, longs for water and for air. But often the one pursuing can also come into the same state. David has declared that he felt constant pursuit by enemies set on his destruction. Now, some are in this condition because they're pursuing the things of this earth, which will never satisfy them, even if they were to obtain them. Second, there is the picture of the weary traveler in hot and barren desert places who opens the mouth wide to swallow up moisture-cooled air. And third, there's the picture of the work-weary, starving one who opens the mouth wide to swallow up food and water at a voracious pace. I'm told that the cow-perfect first-person singular verb is used here, which views David's longing as a persistently ongoing process in his life, which was both intensive and anticipative. The 81st Psalm, verse 10, says, I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. Open thy mouth wide, and I will fill it. In Isaiah 26 and verse 8, he says, Yea, and the ways of thy judgment, O Lord, have we waited for thee. The desire of thy soul is to thy name, and to the remembrance of thee. Verse 9 continues, With my soul have I desired thee in the night. Yea, with my spirit within me will I seek thee early. For when thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the earth or the world will learn righteousness. Peter said in 1 Peter 2:2, as newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word, that you may grow thereby. It is sad, is it not, that so few have that kind of longing for God's commandments today? And I'm referring to professing Christians, not to worldly ones. Verse 132 says, Look thou upon me and be merciful unto me, as thou usest, or usually do to those that love thy name. The word look means to turn one's face toward another. The idea is that we're going to receive the full and dedicated attention. This is the only use in this Psalm of 128 in the Old Testament. In the 69th Psalm, in verse 16, it says, Hear me, O Lord, for thy loving kindness is good. Turn unto me according to the multitude of thy tender mercies. Psalm 86:16, "O turn unto me, and have mercy upon me. Give thy strength unto thy servant, and save the son of thy handmaid." David's request for God to look upon him is his admission that God would see exactly what David was seeing about himself, that he was in desperate need of mercy from God. The word merciful means to bend or stoop in kindness to an inferior, to grant a request or a prayer, or a supplication by one that is less in rank.